Get your films on with the Blurs.
Once an idea has taken hold of the brain, it's almost impossible to eradicate.
Unpacking movies has never been more spot on, woke, fire, and just plain lit.
They are lit all the time.
So if you're unsure whether or not to plop down some cash for a film, check out the Blurs.
When a man with a 45 meets a man with a rifle, the man with a pistol is a dead man.
Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolyte.
You really only need to hang mean bastards. But mean bastards, you need to hang.
Don't say you weren't warned. Ridiculous. Here's Brandon and Jeff.
What are you watching?
All right, what have I been watching? If you ask for it, the Lord provides. Tubi once again brings us just pure comic genius and excellence. Okay, so online, I saw an Instagram reel for a movie called "The Actor That Got Chased Around the City."
That's a mouthful.
That is a mouthful. So it's pretty much a low-budget blockbuster version of the Jonathan Major story, right? It's about this black actor in Baltimore who's famous. He's on the come up and everything like that, and his white Eastern European girlfriend, who is scandalous, white trashish gold digger, and the incidents that lead up to her chasing him throughout Baltimore like the goddamn Terminator. Right? At one point in the movie, MLK Jr. shows up. Just there. There's a whole entire speech on the at the Washington Monument. This is the kind of movie where they didn't even bother changing anybody's names or even trying to protect the innocent. Perfect example. Instead of Jonathan Majors, this nigga is called, the main actor is Nathan Miners.
Yo, look. Get in where you fit in, baby.
They did not even try. Yeah. And and for a low budget Tubi thing, it's shot relatively well. But it's it's hood niggas with a camera, man. It's acted horribly, but the audacity of them doing this movie, right? You gotta give it. You gotta give it a watch. You have to, because it's absolutely fucking batshit crazy.
Well, look, shout out to Tubi, because now even famous people are like, yeah, I like Tubi.
Look, for a free a freemium service, Tubi is the most bang for your buck,
Tubi,
right?
And Freevee,
right? You can catch Oscar award-winning films right next to your cousin's fucking short film.
Oh yeah, because I talked to listen. If it wasn't for Tubi, I wouldn't have been able to see The Pianist.
Right? I rewatched Training Day the other day for the 18th time just because it was on Tubi. It's fuck it. I don't have to hunt for it. It's right there.
Yeah, I got that 4K for $3. That shit was worth it.
Oh shit. So if you have Tubi and you love these blockbuster fucking hood fabulous films, The Actor That Got Chased Around the City, it will not disappoint you. Moving on from that, on HBO Max, I finally decided to watch Midway. Yo.
Rolling.
Yo.
I saw that. Listen, I saw that shit like 3 years ago on HBO Max, and I don't remember fucking shit from it other than it looked cheap, and they spent $100 million on that.
It looked cheap. The casting is all wrong,
Yeah,
right? Like
Ed Sheeran, I'm like, bro, you are a villain, not no hero.
right. He like even as the hero, he looks like a villain,
Because he has the
and
villain face.
right, and it is the worst Brooklyn accent I've ever fucking heard. I was like, I would rather you say you're from Brooklyn and just use your normal British accent than this fucking fake tough guy shit. Look, I have seen worse films, but when you make Michael Bay's fucking Pearl Harbor look good, look like a masterpiece, you know you done fucked up, right?
Which is funny
Like,
because I actually do. I don't think it's good, but it's definitely better. But his 4-hour R-rated director's cut is a much better movie.
what of
Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor? I didn't even know there was a 4-hour cut.
Yeah.
Where do I find that?
It came to DVD only in this special packaging. 4-hour R-rated director's cut. It's still not good, but it's a much better movie.
Yo, because like I got to complete. Like like I said, I'm a Michael Bay apologist. I'm so I gotta put that into the rotation. I gotta finish that out. But yeah, Midway, Roland Emmerich should just stick to blowing up buildings.
Yeah.
And just doing off the wall disaster porn shit, because this ain't it. Like he wanted to be a real filmmaker with this, and like he fell apart at the seams. It's like, dog, like you made your bones blowing up skyscrapers with alien lasers. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Like,
I don't know if you knew this, and I just found this out a couple of years ago. That nigga gay.
I mean, I think I knew it, but I didn't care.
Yeah, I don't mean that as a derogatory. Like I know the way I just sounded it. Like it came out wild ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen,
yo, that nigga gay. Listen, like, yeah.
Listen,
but,
I'm a little
Independence Day.
I'm a little drunk right now. You know what I'm saying? I really don't give a fuck. I was just surprised when I found that out, just because like I'm not trying to be a dickhead, but he doesn't make movies for gay people. He makes movies for dumbasses like me.
Right. He makes movies. He makes straight. He's a gay guy making straight movies that he thinks straight guys like. Right? Like explosions.
Like, yo, Luca Guadagnino. When I found out he was gay, I was like, yeah, of course. Like, why? Of course. Like, you can see it in all of his movies. Like,
right.
Even Bones and All, you can see traces of it.
Right.
But like, I when I was like Roland Emmerich, I was just like, word.
Like, but he likes explosions too much.
That's wild. I was like, that's wild. Yeah. I'm not trying to be homophobic or nothing. I was just surprised.
I know.
I was just surprised. That's all.
Because like nothing about his sensibilities says like
queer,
thoughtful, queer, filmmaking. He is the most. He is like Baby Bay, right? Like he's so testosterone fuel. I remember in 2012 that movie where he had John Cusack jump a limo over the Grand Canyon.
Listen, Roland Emmerich, he's made various levels of entertainment, and he only has one masterpiece that still holds up to this day. It's Independence Day. That's a masterpiece. Otherwise, everything I've seen by him, it's varying levels of entertaining.
Yeah, like I love 2012. I love that fucking movie, and it's not a good movie at all.
Neither.
Not all.
The one I hate, Day After Tomorrow. That's a dumbass movie.
I hated that one.
Like, capital
it was still better than The Happening. It was like a better version of The Happening.
Well, he did the Shakespeare movie, Anonymous, which was a whole fucking conspiracy around Shakespeare.
I forgot that he did that. All right, so he's tried to make 2 actual real movies. Both of them not very
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Now every time I think of Roland Emmerich, I just think of Dave Chappelle, where he's just like, "Yeah, nigga, you gay? Yeah, nigga, nigga, you gay?"
Like he should stick to high concept, like high stakes, dumb sci-fi, right?
Uh,
Like I would.
I don't know, man, because look, Stargate was not good. Like, let's be real. I've never seen an episode of any of the shows, but people swear the shows are great. But like, Stargate sucks.
I like Stargate
That movie's
enough.
goddamn garbage.
Look, I mean, fucking Kurt Russell, James Spader playing fucking space cowboys.
Diamond Hunsu's first role, where he's just credited as Jaimin. They only use that nigga's first name.
And let's talk about how Jaimin Hunsu. Like,
Oh yeah,
you see that interview?
that's fucking shameful. It's racist.
Like, give this motherfucker his like. He makes every movie he's in better. He came out the gate, right? Amistad nominated for Academy Award, Spielberg film, right?
One of the
like,
most underrated Spielberg films.
This dude should be higher profile. He should be making money, and it's shameful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nigga, you gay?
So Midway, nigga, you gay. Midway, it is if you can't find Independence Day in any of your streaming services, and you can't watch Pearl Harbor, I guess.
Yo, HBO Max has the extended version of Independence Day, and I gotta watch that.
Really? Look. I tried to rewatch Independence Day 2.
I saw that exactly once. I will never watch that shit again.
And like, what the dude who lynched it also shot September 5th, and he follows me on Instagram, and I'm like, but he's got like September 5th, Independence Day Resurrection. I was like, man, you need to take that off.
That movie looks terrible, and I don't mean. And look,
and that's not him. That's a CGI.
Like, that movie looks like fucking garbage, which is wild that he did September 5, because September 5 looks amazing and is shot amazing.
Right.
That movie looks like goddamn garbage.
Because it's the CGI, man. It's nothing but fucking CGI. So I know it looked like that had nothing to do with the DP.
They replaced Mae Whitman with Makia Monroe, and I was like, y'all were just better off keeping Mae Whitman. And like, this is how bad Fox was on their own before they got bought out by Disney. They recasted her because she wasn't hot enough. And I'm like, nobody fucking cares, bro. It's not like Mae Whitman is ugly.
Right. I mean, look.
Because Makia Monroe, she fucking sucks in that movie.
Look, man, like, there ain't nobody
Liam
good in that
Hemsworth
movie.
fucking sucks. Jesse T. Usher, I wish we would stop putting him in shit.
I don't know why he's a thing.
Like, between that and the fucking Tim Story and Kenya Barris Shaft, I'm like, why? Like, like, the only thing he was good in was those Percy Jackson movies. And you can still get him the fuck out of here, honestly. Yeah. Jesse T. Usher, get the fuck out of here, bro.
I mean, fucking, even Jeff Goldblum's back was broken doing all the heavy lifting for this fucking movie. Right?
Judd Hirsch and Jeff Goldblum look the same fucking age in Independence Day 2. Meanwhile, in the first one, when you watch it and they're like father and son, it's like,
there's father and son.
The sequel, I'm like, yo, y'all look the same. That's like Brendan Fraser in The Mummy 3, where they casted his adult ass son, and I'm just like, bro, his son is just as old as him, and in the previous movie he was like 6 years old.
because having the weight of that whole entire movie on his back aged him like he looked like, it's like he opened the Ark of the Covenant, right?
Yo, that's why Rachel Weisz didn't do the third one, because she's just like, why is my son an adult now? And they're just like, well, because we need a co-lead. And she's just like, that makes no sense that he would be fucking 30 and we still look the same way we do.
Yeah.
And they replaced her with Maria Bello, who looks nothing like her and her British accent, horrible.
I got to go back and watch those first two Mummy movies, though. I haven't seen those in years.
The first Mummy still holds up. Like, the CGI, fucking dated, but damn, bro, Mummy Returns, bro. Even Stephen Summers was just like, yeah, I don't know. So that nigga wisely stepped away for the third one. That was a good choice on his part, because damn, the Mummy Returns, I remember watching that recently. I'm like, damn, bro, the drop off in quality is immense. Yeah,
a lot. And then lest we forget the Scorpion King.
Yo, I was about to bring that up. The Rock's first role. And I was like, the Scorpion King has nothing to do with jack shit other than to set up a spinoff that nobody really Yo, and then he comes out at the end as the half scorpion, half human. Nigga look like a PS2 cutscene.
He looked like fucking
Yo.
who was he looked like scrapped concept art for Goro from fucking Mortal Kombat.
Yo, Goro, he was a puppet. Yo, y'all, 1995's Mortal Kombat, Goro looks terrible. He's a puppet, but at least they tried. I was like, oh, they tried. It's puppetry. Bro, I don't know how you go worse than that, but they did. They did. Like, I remember sitting in the theater seeing The Mummy Returns. I was hyped to see it. And then when he came out at the end, even back then, we were all like, bro, that is awful. And you watch it now, and I'm just like, oh, damn, bro. Yo, a whole ass studio spent fucking blockbuster money on this shit.
So for those of you, I need you all out there to listen up. I need you to pause the show, go on Google, and search The Rock Scorpion King. Just under images. Just do that for me.
Yo, I remember seeing that, and we're all like, damn, bro, I guess The Rock's not going to have a career. But then he started doing some shit where we're like, okay, and now he's back in Scorpion King.
Right, look.
Yo, because Red One should be a sequel to the Scorpion King.
What does it say? You either die the hero or you live long enough to become the Scorpion King.
Yo, you know you fucked up when everybody's like, yo, Vin seems like a mensch compared to you.
Honestly, like, is that where we are now? Like, notorious Hollywood dick Vin Diesel is the victim in this.
Yo.
Is The Rock the bad guy?
It's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
Am I the drama?
Yo, that shit still cracks me up. Wait, I'm not in this one? No, you're in that one. You're in that theater. Yo, she thought she was going to be in the theater with us. And we had Gen Pop niggas with us. And they were just like, yo, influencers to the garbage theater.
Get the steerage.
Bro, she was doing TikToks for 30 minutes. Holy shit.
She was doing TikToks for... You told... She was doing them for 30 minutes before I got there, and you got there a half hour before I got there.
Yeah, yo, nigga. Like, that shit was wild, because that dude who always brings his kid decided to bring his whole family to Beetlejuice. And his wife decided to back up into me to take a picture of their daughter with that poster. And I'm turning around looking at him like, can you please say something to your wife? She's literally backing into me. Like, I'm not trying to be rude, but I wanted to push that white bitch down. Like, yo, what the fuck are you?
Well, it's situational awareness, and also it's the privilege of like, oh, let me take a picture that I'm going to post on Instagram, and I'll never look at this fucking photo again.
Yeah.
Let me interrupt your personal space
Yes.
for some clout. Get the fuck out.
Yes.
Of here.
The whole getting into the theater, that shit was wild. Like that whole thing was wild.
Yeah. and the movie wasn't even good.
Yeah, right. Yo, we waited 30 years for something that I walked out of. I was just like, sure, I just shrugged that.
And it was fine the first time, but then I tried rewatching it, and I was like, this is so fucking boring.
Yeah, it's plotless, man. It really is plotless.
No, it's got 3 plots. It's got 3 fucking really
I'm
good
drunk. I'm
concepts.
sorry, I forgot. Yeah, so like nigga, it's just like watching a fucking miniseries as a movie, and it doesn't even come together in a cohesive way.
It's like pick one fucking movie. Pick one movie.
We get 2 versions of MacArthur Park. And the first version, like MacArthur Park, the one from Richard Harris is a 10-minute long fucking song, and they play the whole shit. The whole shit.
Yeah. And like fucking Tim Burton's new Bang Buddy.
Oh
like,
yeah, Monica Puccelli. Yeah, who's just she was Evil Sally. That's who she played.
Evil. There you go. 100%.
For those of you who don't know, Sally is the rag doll from Nightmare Before Christmas, voiced by Catherine O'Hara, who's in the fucking movie. She's in Beetlejuice 1 and 2. And spoiler alert, they kill her off for some fucking reason. I was like, oh, so if you all decide to do Beetlejuice 3, there's going to be a hole there. Because Catherine O'Hara, man.
I mean, look, she's going to come back as a ghost.
Nah, right? she went to the afterlife with not Richard Jones.
Jeffrey Jones? Not Jeffrey Jones? Like, imagine, look, imagine being a pedophile, but also being so integral to the story that they got to find a way to fucking.
Yo, they went out of their way to decapitate him, so we didn't have to see his face.
So you didn't have to pay likeness rights. Look,
and now I'm thinking maybe they should have did that for Crispin Glover in Back to the Future 2 and 3.
Yeah. Just have his face blown off.
They hung that nigga upside down so we couldn't tell in Back to the Future 2. And he still sued and won.
So like
or Jennifer Grey was replaced by Elizabeth Shue, and both beautiful women, but you could clearly tell because Jennifer Grey is just a gorgeous woman, and like Elizabeth Shue, you're like, oh no, that's Elizabeth Shue, bro.
Yo, that's foul, man. It's like,
Elizabeth Shue is a gorgeous woman too, but damn, bro, like they don't even have the same nose structure. At least when they replaced Katie Holmes with Maggie Gyllenhaal, I was like, yeah, those bitches do look the same.
Nah, man. Like, they look similar. Okay, yeah, they look similar. Like, whatever. Why didn't Katie Holmes come back again?
She did Mad Money with Queen Latifah and what's her face? What's that? Diane Keaton, and she said doing a movie with Diane Keaton and Queen Latifah was so much more rewarding than doing a Batman movie. And I'm like, oh well, that really helped your career. I mean, that backfired like a motherfucker.
I hear I hear she's making a comeback.
With what?
I hear she's.
Because the last thing I heard from her, she was with Jamie Foxx.
Is she still with
Jamie Foxx is like, yeah, fuck white women. I'm not doing that shit again.
Because one of them tried to kill him.
Probably because Tom Cruise sent some Scientology niggas after.
Shh, we can't. I don't know what you're talking about.
Probably got on the phone and be like, yo, Tom, guess who's raising Siri now? Me, nigga.
Well, Mr. Fox, I'm gonna have to send the people out.
Speaking of fatherless niggas, you see Jake, you see Drake threw out another lawsuit like a bitch.
Really?
Yo,
off of what?
It's all online and you can read it all. Dog, he's even suing the streamers who covered the song. not like us. And I'm like, bro, you cannot sue them because one of the people listed in the suit is Kai Cenat. And if you watch the stream of when Drake dropped his diss, he literally called Kai and said, stay on stream.
Drake is stop calling the manager. Stop asking for the manager, man.
I hope he understands. First off, this lawsuit's not going to be successful. So shout out to the lawyers because they know what's up. The lawyers are just taking his money. Number one. Number two, if this shit's successful, that means Kendrick, Pusha, Meek Mill, Megan Thee Stallion, everybody can come out of the woodwork and just destroy him and take everything.
So no, totally off tangent, but if rappers can sue over rap beefs, right, and win, then hip hop is dead.
This is why
hip hop is dead if
this wins. Is also why I was just like, listen, Drake's always been a bitch to me, and this further consolidates. I was right for 20 years. I've been right, and you know what? You know what makes it better? What makes it better is fucking. I wish Drake was around in the 90s because he'd be dead by now. Niggas used to get shot over rap beef.
Right, but and here's the thing. I fuck with Drake. I fuck with his hip hop pop.
No, he's a hoe. Right? He's always been a hoe.
Let him be a hoe, but some of this shit's catchy. And he's got a good flow. It's just no one believes you, Aubrey. No one believes that you're a thug.
Bro, that's why to start the whole beef is Kendrick's yo, you stop being a fucking tough guy. You're not a tough guy. Just be a fucking rapper.
You're from Canada, motherfucker.
You have Kendrick out here. Not Kendrick, Kid Cudi out here. Kid Cudi has never claimed to be tough, and he's one of the most successful people.
Kid Cudi raps about fucking skateboarding and feelings.
Yeah, and how he's depressed and smoking weed. That's it. And he's one of the best rappers out.
Right? So you don't stop faking the fuck. Anyway,
by the way, before we get back, when he first approached UMG about this lawsuit, they sat down and had a meeting. He's like, if you guys don't correct this, I'm going to sue you. And they all sat there and they looked at each other, and apparently they just told him look, if you go through with this is going to look very bad for you. And that was the end of the meeting. Right. So think about it. A whole ass record label just said, look, you're going to look bad. And that's it. And they didn't budge or nothing.
It's because...
Yo, I would be embarrassed after that fucking meeting. And this nigga went public with this shit.
It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? You got clowned for being a punk ass bitch, and then you do a punk ass bitch move, right?
Listen, Kendrick called you a colonizer for a reason, and you're just proving him right. You're a fucking colonizer.
It's get my lawyers involved. What?
We don't want to hear you say nigga no more.
Fucking Aubrey. All right. Anyway. Back on target.
Be a good father, because we need less Drakes in there, yo. So, either don't have kids or be a good fucking father. That's what happens when you have fatherless niggas running around.
Oh, shit. All right.
Bully that nigga into being a good father himself by two people. Yo, how you gotta be bullied into being a good dad?
Look, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Oh, shit. Whatever it fucking takes. You're dying over here. Look at you.
Yo, because Drake is corny,
drink some water.
Yo,
drink some water. You're about to choke.
Listen, we roasting niggas right now, and it's hilarious because everybody's on some fuck shit. Fuck it. The world, America.
The world's on fire. World's on fire.
America is a sliver away from just collapsing because now a bunch of GOP senators introduce a bill to have Trump go for a third term.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, so
I fucking hate that.
Apparently, if this goes into effect, the Democrats are rallying around and they're going to try and get Obama to run again.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look. Yes. Fucking said it earlier in the episode. Ken Watanabe, let them fight. Right?
Man.
Woo. Oh, Jesus Christ. This world's on fire. Fuck everything.
Yo, just found out that 80% of the country's illiterate. Like, people who are 40 and over read at a 6th grade level.
Negro, I just had a gig at National Reading Day. I know, right? Imagine how bad it is where you have to have a day for reading.
Bro, I'm halfway through reading Dune, and I'm like, damn, this is a tough read. And then I see that shit, and I'm like, oh, I'm not as stupid as everybody says I am.
Right? Because of dyslexia, I have a hard time reading. But like, I read. You have to, right? Like, yeah, it's. Anyway, it's oh god. Fuck, do we even have to? Like, I don't even want to finish the show, man. That made me depressed. Third term, fucking get the fuck out of here.
Yo,
term.
Listen, everything's off limits unless it's for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and let's talk about the pardons, right? Like, long story short, I now know someone who has a presidential pardon.
You know what's wild is there's a few of those motherfuckers who are just like, yeah, we shouldn't have been pardoned because some of us actually do regret doing that shit. And what we did that day was fucking
dumb.
And honestly, a huge threat to democracy. Like, you know, it's bad when a bunch of those motherfuckers are like, yeah, we shouldn't be pardoned.
Right. Yeah. No, like, you are
a criminal.
Treacherous.
Yeah, you're a criminal.
You are. In Jeff's America, you would have been shot already.
Yo, listen. Civil War is about to become a reality, bro. That shit was just a movie. That shit's really gonna be.
Like, it's so bad that I had some friends from South Africa say, like, yo, we got you if you want to leave.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, I got motherfuckers from South Africa offering me sanctuary. Like, that's how, like, they see the writing on the wall. Anyway, back to movies and TV. On HBO Max as well, there's a documentary, feature-length documentary called Sons of Ecstasy, right? And the way they advertise it is about, like, these two rival gangs trying to vie for the ecstasy trade in Arizona during the early to late 90s. But they don't make, like, that's all they say in the description. So I started watching this, and they kept the surprise for the first 5 minutes of the documentary. One of the gangs is run by Sammy the Bull Gravano.
Who the fuck is that?
Sammy the Bull is John Gotti's lieutenant, the one who ratted on him.
Yo, snitches get stitches, bro.
No, but like it's all explained in the documentary. But like the fact that I'm watching this, like I was like, all right, let me see. I love watching shit about drugs. Let me watch this shit. It's like, oh shit, this is star studded. It's got fucking Sammy the Bull in there, right? So Sammy the Bull, for all intents and purposes, his son ran the ecstasy trade in the late 90s in America, in like Arizona. It's a fascinating documentary. And it's, fucking HBO Max.
All right, I'm gonna have to watch it.
One of their subsidiaries.
I'm gonna have to watch it. Breaking news.
Yeah, what's breaking news?
Scary Movie lands a 2026 release date of June 12th. Written by Marlon and Sean Wayans.
Okay.
Oh, no, excuse me. Written by Sean and Keenan Ivory Wayans. Directed by Keenan.
Okay, well, Keenan's back to direct? Okay, it's going to be good.
I wish Sean... Keenan, have him, but I wish it was Marlon instead of Sean writing it. Marlon's the funny one, bro.
Yeah. But at least Keenan's there. Keenan's the granddaddy of this shit, right? He's like he's the king, right? So he'll reign. So any dumb idea that Sean throws out, Keenan's gonna be like, nah, that ain't funny, nigga. Right. So in Keenan we trust.
I think they'll have a better time because the Weinsteins aren't around. I gotta find that fucking banned episode from Family Guy somewhere.
What banned episode?
I don't know what's in it, but it's called "When You Wish Upon a Weinstein."
I mean, look, there's a torrent out there somewhere. Someone will find it.
I should make that into a movie. When You Wish Upon a Weinstein.
I think you might wait till that motherfucker's dead.
Well, he can't do shit. He can't do shit.
Is he gonna get a pardon too?
Yo, I would
Yeah?
love to catch him on the streets of New York and just kick his walker out from under him and run away. If Luigi got away with shooting that nigga in the head, I could run away, get away from kicking out that nigga's walker.
Weinstein's gonna walk out of prison like Verbal Kent, right? He's gonna have that walker, and then and slowly as everybody starts putting the shit together, like he starts walking up straight, doing the strut.
I know exactly what he's going to tell his lawyer. He's going to tell his lawyer, all right, now that I'm out of the men's prison, let me have a visit to the women's prison.
Oh,
and he's going to be like, you want to be in a movie?
And he will get shanked within the first 5 minutes because those female prisoners do not play.
Yo, listen, that nigga should stay in jail. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
fuck him. He's disgusting.
Yeah. Anyway, Sons of Ecstasy on HBO Max. Moving on from that, on Netflix, Jerry Springer,
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Fights, Camera, Action. It is a 2-part documentary on the Jerry Springer Show. It is well made, right? It gives you the ins and outs of where the show came from and how they operated and shit like that. But it's only 2 1-hour episodes, which I don't get, right? Like, then make it just make it a movie, right? Make it a feature-length documentary, right? Because when I see episode 1, I'm expecting at least 4 episodes out of this because it's a documentary series. But no, it's only 2 episodes. And here's the thing. They try to, justify their tactics and try to make us feel sorry for the producers who are under so much pressure and shit like that. It's like, you knew what you were doing. Yes. Yes, it was high pressure, high demand, stuff like that. But you could have quit. Right, you could have made money doing anything else, but you decided to sort of feast on people's pain. So, yeah, it sucks. But it ushered in, what we call reality TV today. So, I mean, Jerry Springer, fights, camera, action. It's 2 hours. It's fine, right? If you want to know more about Jerry Springer, there you go. Moving on from that, on I think this is on Tubi, United States of Insanity, which is a documentary about insane clown posse's legal battle with the FBI to get declassified as being a gang, and it's actually really good. And it's really fascinating how the FBI categorizes gangs and and the like, and the loopholes that they go through and the fallout from being associated with a quote-unquote gang. And it made me, I don't fuck with ICP's music, but I fuck with juggalos, right? Like, I fuck with the people, because as fucked up as they are music fans of the highest caliber. So, United States of Insanity, it's free. Watch it and hate the American legal system even more than you already do. And finally, we're going to end on a movie that comes out, I think it came out last 17th. Yeah, it came out last week. That I got a screener for. It's called Night Call. Right? It's a French language film out of Belgium. It is about a 24-hour locksmith who inadvertently opens the wrong door and becomes embroiled in a robbery. And he's got fucking 12 hours to get the money back. It is hardcore. It is fucking amazing. If it's still in theaters, just go see it in theaters. If not, when it hits streaming in a week or two, support this shit because it's fucking lean, it's well acted, violent as fuck, right? Yeah, I got nothing else to say except for the inevitable American remake is going to be bullshit, right? Because this is so hardcore. And yeah, that's it. So Night Call, it's like I said, it's going to hit VOD probably soon, but if it's still in theaters, it's going to be in an art house theater or whatever like that, or you owe it to yourself to watch it as big as possible. All right. So that's it from me. What have you been watching?
All right, let's get into TV. I want to start with 6 Feet Under. All right, like I finished it. I think the last 6 episodes are fantastic, but like, yeah, man, look, it's good, and like that last episode's good. But I also think that last montage, they throw so much at you, and I'm like, bro, y'all should have let that breathe a bit. Like, let it breathe a bit. One thing I like is Nate finally realized, like, yo, I just need to learn to be happy and find what happiness is. Do I think he should have fucked his stepsister in order to realize that? No, but you know, he fucked his stepsister and then immediately died.
I mean,
he died from pussy tube bomb.
That's on his. That's gonna be on his gravestone. That's on his tombstone.
I fucked my Quaker stepsister. Pussy was too bomb. Yeah, look. It's a good show, but like also there's a lot of stuff in it where I'm just like, all right, Alan Ball. All right, Alan Ball.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Alan Balled it. Like I said, I haven't watched 6 Feet Under in a couple of years, and it took me a couple of years to actually watch that last season.
Because season 4 was just so... Yeah, because last time I talked, I was halfway through season 4, and getting to the end of season 4, I was just like, so the brother-in-law, it's implied that he killed Lisa, but also Lisa was fucking him on the side as well. So, like, I'm glad Nate finally had that meltdown where he's just like, yo, Brenda, I'm trying to come to terms with Lisa's death because I don't know if she, A, trapped me in a marriage with this kid that's may or may not be mine, and B, now I gotta raise a little kid who may or may not be mine. I was like, yeah. I get your frustrations, bro. Good show, just a little overhyped. I ain't saying it's a bad show. I definitely see why it has its reputation. I get why it has the fervent fan base it has, but like between this, American Beauty, and True Blood, I'm good on Alan Ball, honestly.
What's the last thing Alan Ball has done?
Like Towelhead?
Towelhead? Was that movie Towelhead?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, look, I did it, and now Paramount Plus I'm literally on the end of Paramount Plus because we're at the end of January, and as we speak, as soon as we finish recording, I'm canceling that shit just so I don't get charged because my 2 months for $6 is over on February 4th, and you know I'm not paying for this shit because it's just not worth the money.
And also, let me throw out a significant fuck you to Paramount because Paramount, Viacom, so you're supposed to have all of their shit under Paramount Plus, right? Everything that Viacom,
unless you, there's 2 tiers, right? Well, there's multiple tiers. You got the one with ads, ad-free, and then Paramount Plus with Showtime.
Right. But also, MTV is supposed to be a Viacom company, which falls under Paramount, right? You have to pay extra for a MTV app. So if you want to watch any of that old MTV shit, right, you have to get yet another service, which is fucking bullshit.
Look. I don't fuck with MTV anymore anyway.
Yeah, but like some shit like RuPaul's Drag Race, you can only watch on MTV.
If you're itching to watch that shit, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like that's what Google's for. And I'm not saying I'm just saying in general.
No, I'm just saying like,
and I get where you're coming from. If you're paying
yeah.
$100+ a year, it should come included. Like Paramount Plus with Showtime, you're paying. So you're paying $100 for Paramount Plus, then an extra added like $80 for Showtime. Like, yeah, that should be included. I get where you're coming from, but also like, look, I have a feeling Paramount Plus is going to either roll into something else or crash and burn. Because like every time I go to watch something, the app crashes, and then I have to load the app again and hit play again.
Yeah, like. Not every network, not every entity needed
a streaming service. Yeah,
a streaming service,
man.
And now
Sony was smart. They're just like, yo, listen, Crackle. We sold Crackle, and all of our shit now goes to Netflix. And then after a certain amount of time, it also goes to Disney Plus.
Yeah, but like, yeah, it's all gonna collapse.
Oh yeah,
like give it 4 years. It's all gonna fucking collapse.
Anyway, since I'm making my way through Paramount Plus, I decided to finally get around to the 4th and final season of Evil. Season of the show so far. However, I think the final episode was a bit of a letdown because you can tell instead of wrapping up this show, they left it open. So like, in case somebody picks it up, and it's just like, it's not satisfying as an ending.
I mean, fucking Netflix is paying for everything else.
Yeah, they apparently the first 2 seasons are on Netflix right now.
Yeah, yep.
So seasons 3 and 4 you can only see on Paramount Plus. And I get what they said by like Paramount. So for those of you who don't know, season 4 is 14 episodes, and they gave them an extra 4 episodes to wrap up the show. And I see what they mean by the last 4 episodes are like a mini season 5, because they do feel like different, even though it's part of a whole. I'm gonna miss the girls, man. I like the funniest part about the show is the girls all talking over each other, and you just hear overlapping chatter. Like I'm gonna miss those preteen girls, because those girls were funny. Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna miss this show, man, because like once you get past the first couple episodes, this season was strong. And it was strong all the way up until that last episode. And I just think that last episode just wasn't a satisfying wrap up.
It's the fucking angel syndrome.
Yeah, but
right?
and I will say this. At least they have a better ending than Angel. I will give them that.
Yeah. Yeah, like I will always say, like, whenever I eulogize a show, I'll always say, I call Slaying the Dragon.
Yeah, man.
Like that's,
whatever. But yeah, look. One thing I like about watching Evil, it confirms that white women love Mike Coulter. Because Katja Herbers, her character, the entire show is just like lusting after Mike Coulter's character. And I'm like, damn, Mike Coulter, he's like the white woman whisperer. Like, because even in Jessica Jones, he fucks Jessica Jones, and then Patsy shows up, and Patsy's like, wait, you're with him? And she's like, yeah, as like it's no big deal. And she's like, well, can you at least admit he's hot? And she goes, all right, fine, he's hot. And I'm just like, damn, even this blonde-haired chick is trying to fuck him. I mean, he's married to a white woman in real life, too. They have mad kids.
I mean, I can see why people think Mike Coulter is attractive. I just don't see it. Like, he's built and everything like that. But,
I mean, I ain't going to sit here and say the nigga's ugly, bro.
Yeah, I'm not going to say he's ugly, but, like, he sort of looks like standard issue Negro.
I wouldn't put it like that, but, like, yo, listen.
I mean, he's a great actor.
Yeah, especially in this. Actor. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Look, Evil, like, watch it. If you got Paramount Plus, watch it. 4 seasons. That's all I can say. It gets twisted. Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It gets twisted and fucked up. Like, real twisted and real fucked up. But its tongue is always firmly in cheek. Moving on. Law and Order came back, and it came out with a weak ass episode.
Like was this the half season? This is like or is this like the new season? Is this like the returning part of season fucking 52 or whatever?
Yeah.
Season we're on.
I think we're on season 25. It's the show went away in October, and now it's back. So I'm guessing
So it's the second
they're
half.
going to, from here on, because it's January and they have to run this shit till May. I guess it's going to be periodically. We'll get like episodes in bunches. So we'll get like 3 episodes a break, 4 episodes a break, because you have to have off weeks or else you're going to burn through this shit by the beginning of April.
Right.
Yeah, look, it's all right. I'm gonna catch up on this week's episode later. Moving on, Harley Quinn season 5. I just watched the second episode because it dropped last night. It's strong, starting off strong.
I gotta still catch up on season 3 and 4.
Watching these first 2 episodes, I'm like, yeah, man, Kite Man fucking sucks. God damn.
I have no desire to watch Kite
Yeah.
Man. I have.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. Like this shit, I was just like, not everything needs a spinoff. I'll say that much.
Isn't Kite Man just like Cheers
Yeah.
with supervillains? Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
The first season ends on a cliffhanger, and I was like, I don't even care to see the rest of this shit through. Like, I'm good. And then finally in TV, talk about what's going to be the best episode of SNL.
Yep.
Old Chappelle's back. Not the new I hate trans people Chappelle. I'm talking about old Chappelle. Old Chappelle who would fight for social justice and was still funny and didn't give a fuck. Old Chappelle's back.
Yeah, like without question, the funniest episode we've had in honestly in years.
There was only one sketch where I was like, oh, this is not good. And that's where homie is reporting to the police about his missing girlfriend. That's the very last skit where it's Keenan and he's shaking his head no.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the one without the one without Chappelle.
Yo, listen, I was fucking dying at the Marcelo Hernandez where he plays the Hispanic dad and they came out.
I know I know. Like as soon as he said it, it's like, oh, Brandon's gonna love that fucking joke.
Yep. And then when the white parents came out, I was just like, damn, because that's kind of true to life. And then the one that had me in tears was the evacuation skit.
Yo, right?
Right? He used his son as a human shield. Oh shit!
The fucking French family just hit.
Yo, they brought back Silky Johnson for that dating skit.
Yeah, and that was the weakest of the Chappelle skits.
Yeah, but
it was still like good seeing Silky
Look,
Johnson.
I'm about to say something real problematic here.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, yo, listen. In that dress and that wig, Jane Wickline was looking kind of right in that skit.
I didn't even realize that was Jane Wickline.
Yeah, you know the one in the red dress and the red hair. That was Jane.
Oh.
Yeah, because I watched it again. I'm like, you're looking kind of right. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, look, they can be attractive and still be talentless.
Yeah. Yes.
Because I don't know how they got on the show.
TikTok and their dad was a writer on the show.
There you go.
We'll say she had trouble popping those balloons. Like it got to a point where she had to just drop it on the floor and then step on it.
I don't know if that was planned or she just really had, or they. I don't. They because they don't identify.
I think she goes by she.
Oh, she goes by she. Okay. Well, she is not funny.
No, at all.
But let's talk about the monologue though. The monologue was on fire. Longest monologue ever. Longest opening monologue ever.
I love how that nigga forgot he had a whole show to do because at the end he just goes, "Good night."
It's like this ain't no one of your Netflix specials, man. You are slumming it. You're on SNL, dude. You're slumming it.
Yeah.
But and like that last message that he gave to Trump at the end is like that's heartfelt and beautiful.
Yeah. And you know that nigga watched that shit and was just like, all right, next.
right? Like it's
while he's sitting on the toilet eating a fucking McDonald's hamburger.
like
I don't, look,
the fact that we have to talk. The fact that we have to talk to our president like this
here's my thing.
should say
Here's
something.
my thing. If you're afraid of being poisoned to the fact that all you're going to eat is McDonald's, then my man, you should not be president.
Right? Like
he's like, nobody in the world should be eating McDonald's every day.
like you're poisoning yourself by eating McDonald's every day. You have world caliber chefs who will cook for you. I mean, if you were a good president, like now, yeah, I get it now. I get it. Like because I would never do it, but I'm sure some motherfucker would try.
Listen. Let me say this. If I was a world-class cook and my job was to cook that nigga's meals, I would not try to poison him at all or attempt to assassinate him because nah. Your food might be a little tangy. You know what I mean? Might be a little runny. You know what I'm saying? You might get the extra special hot tua or the extra special sauce. You know, I got the pictures up of the big booty pogs in the freezer.
You just gotta whip up a batch of special.
Yeah,
sauce,
I got the mayo you like on your burger. Got that for you. Your Coke tastes a little tangy. Don't worry about the yellow shit in there. That's food dye, baby.
Yeah, like when is he gonna invade Colombia so these Coke prices can come down?
Yeah,
do that for America.
Yeah, man. Anyways, but yeah, look, I'm afraid about this Timothée Chalamet episode just because I don't care about him hosting. It's the fact that this nigga's gonna be a musical guest and it's all a gimmick.
So is he going on as fucking
Dylan? Probably.
Dylan?
So there's one or two options that we've all been talking about. Either one, he's going to perform Dylan songs, which is whack, or
he's gonna rap.
Yeah, that could also happen. Or number two, this is all a ruse to have the actual Bob Dylan perform as music guest.
I mean,
so I will find out when I boot up Peacock Sunday.
Yeah, like all of those are bad ideas.
Listen, Jeff sees how I am on half a gummy. This might be an episode where I might have to eat a whole gummy
and have a couple of drinks.
Yeah, because listen, I'm not saying Timothy is bad. His episodes are usually funny, but I think it's whack that this nigga is also the musical guest. It's not like Charlie XCX where she did that and you're like, yeah, fine. Or Adele did it and you're like, yeah, fine. Or I think Kid Cudi did it and you're just like, yeah, fine. Like they've had that before, but like Timmy's an actor.
Yeah, I know he used to rap, right? But I didn't think it was good.
That is like having the lone host and then he comes on with his blues band. Because he had his blues band, and you're just like, ugh.
I mean, fuck. If we're just gonna pull him out the hat, then fucking let's get Eddie Murphy on there as musical guest.
I like to party all the time.
Party all the time. Party all the time.
Yeah. Or do that Michael Jackson duet. What's up? What's up with you? What's up? Yo, that video, it looks like they ate acid and just.
Or fucking, if we're gonna go that route, let's get Joe Pesci.
Oh fuck! I did not know. Have you ever heard Joe?
Oh, look up the Joe Pesci album. It is bad.
Oh man!
Everybody wants to be Sinatra until it's time to be Sinatra. That's all I gotta say.
You notice everybody wants to leave their lane. Like every basketball player wants to be a rapper. Every rapper wants to be a basketball player. Michael Jordan tried to be a golf player. He tried to be a baseball player. And it's just like, you're good at one thing, and that's your God-given talent. be happy that you have one thing you're really good at, because most people have nothing.
Right. Like the only person to successfully do that is fucking Deion Sanders.
Didn't Bill Bellamy sing?
Yeah, okay. Bill Bellamy sang. But he's not the best actor.
Yeah, my mom used to work with him. He used to work at
Oh, yeah?
AT&T as an IT
Oh,
developer.
Bill
Yeah,
Bellamy.
yeah, nigga.
Really? Okay.
Listen, I wouldn't lie about that shit.
Yeah, no, it's just like, oh, he's smart.
Yeah, might watch the Chappelle episode again. I honestly, right after the Timmy episode, I might just be like, you know what? I need a palate cleanser. Let me go back.
Like it's not hyperbole. This the Chappelle episode is the funniest, consistently funny episode that they've had.
Yeah,
in
that's
years.
why, because next month they have the 50th anniversary episode, and that's prime time. Like, that's coming on like 8 p.m. on a Wednesday or a Thursday, and I'm just like, y'all better have y'all shit together for that one.
Right. Like, pull out whatever guests.
Like that has to be like exactly like the Martin Short episode, bro.
And honestly, it's gotta be like 5 hours long.
Oh fuck, man. They blew their load because they did Martin Short and Dave Chappelle back to back.
Yeah, like that's 2 strong episodes.
Didn't I tell you this time of year is when we get the good ones? It's always the Christmas episode, and then you usually get one in either January or February, and that's it.
Yeah.
I told you.
I
told you, right? Didn't I tell you?
Yeah, you called it.
So let's see who's going to host. They haven't announced the next batch of hosts, so I'm interested to see who they're going to get for the rest after Timothy Chalamet. But yeah, whatever.
I wonder who's got a movie out.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I guess you could get Anthony Mackie, but I don't think he's not a funny nigga.
Actually, he is, right? Like, he's not naturally funny. Like, I've never seen him off the cuff, but when he's written funny, I've laughed.
I guess you could get him for an episode and Harrison Ford for an episode.
Oh, can you imagine Harrison Ford hosting an episode?
Because he,
like old man Harrison Ford.
Because he just would not give a fuck.
Yeah. So, all right, I forgot to mention, I forgot to mention in my What You've Been Watching, Shrinking, one of the best shows on TV, finished season 2, and part of the reason it's so great is Harrison Ford, right?
Harrison Ford.
Harrison fucking Ford. I don't want to see him in any more fucking Star Trek, Star Wars, Marvel.
Oh, well, I mean,
Indiana Jones.
He's just getting started with Marvel, so
maybe they'll kill him off. I don't know, but like him as an actual actor away from like fanboys is a dream, right? Like, I don't like sci-fi action adventure Harrison Ford. I like cantankerous old man doing comedy Harrison Ford.
You know what I just realized? General Ross is exactly like Trump, and I'd rather have General Thunderbolt Ross be our president because I'm like, oh, well, that nigga's stable.
Stable and intelligent.
Yeah.
That's all I ask for.
Yeah. Like,
right?
you know, General Ross would trample our civil liberties. I'm like, bro, if he was trampling civil liberties of people who would kill him in one punch.
Right. Like, it's going to be superheroes, not fucking perceived Mexican gangs. And right? Like, he's not making like all of the enemies in his universe are actual villains instead
they're
of
heroes.
Him. Well, you know what I'm saying. Like, they are actual.
Yo, but
threats.
He would also trample on our civil liberties too. Like, if we gathered in a park to protest, you know, he'd be like, just shoot him.
At least be smart about it, right?
I mean,
like,
come on, bro. He gave one of the most unstable people the super soldier serum, and look what happened. Nigga turned into the literal abomination. Like, yeah. Now the abomination is a cage fighter for some fucking reason. Makes no sense.
Oh, that's right. I
forgot. That dumbass cameo in Shang-Chi.
Right. I mean, honestly, I like the abomination better in She-Hulk.
Oh fuck! I forgot Tim Roth popped up in that motherfucker.
Right, whole entire episode. He had a whole entire episode.
Holy shit! Yo, it is wild that now, 15 years later, we are just now getting around back to Hulk mythos, and I'm just like, come on, y'all.
I mean, it's been just a little too late for that,
right?
Yeah.
Fucking. All right. Anyways, let's get into movies. I want to start off with Apartment 7A. That is the fake ass Rosemary's Baby prequel on Paramount Plus, starring Julia Garner. Imagine Rosemary's Baby, except boring and fucking dumb.
I only caught the last 10 minutes of it, and without knowing anything about it, it was like I called that whole entire last scene.
It literally is Rosemary's Baby, like beat for beat remake, and then at the end you're like, oh, it's a prequel. Y'all did a remake, and then at the end, surprise, it's a prequel. Fuck you. Yo, Julia Garner, you need a better agent. I'll say that much. Rewatch The Invisible Man, and this movie still fucking bangs. I still love it. And never do a sequel. Never. Ever.
Yeah, like, because we talked about this last episode, like, you know, maybe they should do a crossover with The Invisible Man and the Wolfman. Is like, nah.
Yeah, speaking of, I rewatched Wolfman with my brother, and I think me and you, Jeff, we're the only ones who are gonna like this motherfucker.
Really?
Yeah, nigga.
Oh, like, don't they get it?
People hate this fucking thing. Like, my brother thought it was boring, and I was like, damn, okay.
Really?
Look, rewatching it again, no offense to Christopher Abbott, but I rewatching it again, it kind of confirmed I don't really think this dude's a good actor.
You know what? Like, all right, here's the thing. I think he's good at being Christopher Abbott. I've never seen his range because he's always playing a mopey, sort of depressed-ish.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was good in that Gerard Carmichael movie. All right, so yeah, fine.
Right? Yeah. Oh yeah.
On the Count of Three. Yeah.
On the Count of Three. Yeah. Right. But like, I've never seen him play anything beyond just kind of slow and sad.
Yeah, I'll be real. I think both him and Julia Garner were miscast, because rewatching it again, I'm just like, yeah, she also should not be in this movie.
Right. Well, you know,
they need to develop her character. They definitely need to, like we said in the last episode, need to develop her character, but also she should not have been in this movie.
And I get it.
And it's nothing against her, because I've seen her in other things, and she's been great in other things. Like, she's great in The Americans.
She killed it in Ozarks.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask you a question. You know what? We're taking a technical sidebar. Pause this for a second. I need to ask you a question off. Yeah, I had to ask Jeff something real problematic off.
For a problematic show, the fact that we had to sort of mitigate our problemness, that tells you something.
Yeah, look, I still like it. It's whatever. Let's move on to, again, I'm trying to get some mileage out of Paramount Plus before I cancel this shit. So I finally watched 1996's Primal Fear, starring Richard Gere and Edward Norton in his first ever role. This movie is dumb as fuck. The fact that this was a bestseller, I didn't know this book was a bestseller, and apparently everybody was fighting over the rights to this book. And apparently the book has 3 sequels. And I was like, and I Googled it. I was like, this movie's successful. Why didn't they ever adapt the other books as well? But you know what? This movie fucking sucks. So whatever.
I mean, I can't remember anything about Primal Fear besides the fact that Edward Norton was fantastic in it.
Yeah, I don't even know why it's called Primal Fear, dog.
I can't, like, if you put a gun to my head and ask, and like, you asked me to give you the plot of Primal Fear, I was like, prison and molestation, priests. Yeah,
I love how I love how Leo was supposed to play the Edward Norton role and he turned it down because he said it's too problematic. And I was just like, it's not problematic. It's just stupid, bro.
Right. Like it's too problematic. Leo, you played a literal mentally handicapped man.
Who makes
And
fun of his own overweight mom.
right. And then also you got a blowjob in a bathroom stall in 80s New York, right? Like
You were part of a group called the Pussy Posse.
right.
You are known for dating women 25 and younger. Like once women you date age out, you're just like, okay, this relationship is done. So the fact that you find Primal Fear problematic, I don't know, man. You gotta get your priorities straight, my guy. And the last thing I'm gonna talk about the David Lynch classic, 1997's Lost Highway, because my man's passed, and I want to watch a David Lynch movie, and this is the one I haven't seen in a long time. And I love how people are like, when people tell me they don't understand Mulholland Drive, I'm like, yeah, I get it. When people tell me they don't understand Inland Empire, I'm like, I'm right there with you, because honestly, Inland Empire is one of the few David Lynch works where I'm like, even I don't understand what's happening, but I like it because the one thing I've learned from David Lynch, it's not if it makes sense or not, it's what you're feeling in the moment and what the overall movie feels to you. And a lot of the movies use dream logic.
Yeah. I mean,
Lost Highway makes perfect sense to me. Like I could explain it right when Jeff makes his point.
yeah, like look at Blue Velvet, right? That whole entire movie is out of time, right? Like it's got vehicles from different time periods. It's got this dreamy etherealness to it. Even the way it's shot, in like it had to be using like a 20 millimeter lens just to give it just enough weirdness and fisheye without it getting too obvious. Like the whole entire fucking thing is dreamy, and that's most of his shit. Look at the first shot of Eraserhead, right?
Look, Lost Highway is probably the most noir because a lot of Lynch's stuff is steeped in noir. This is a classic noir story. It's about, and I'm going to tell you how to decipher this. Bill Pullman and Balthazar Getty, same fucking character, except it's clearly Balthazar Getty stuff is what Bill Pullman's imagining. Let me tell you. All right. Bill Pullman is a nightclub jazz player. Finds out his wife is cheating on him with a mobster / porn mogul, and he kills them both. Pretty easy to decipher, and it's presented in a Mobius strip. Mm-hmm. Like everybody's like, but Brandon, explain the mystery man played by Robert Blake. I'm like, he represents the media. That's just because this whole thing is just a riff on the OJ shit. The entire movie.
I mean, I still have to watch it. Like, I'm, this week and next week, I'm going to watch all of Lynch's films in order.
Yeah. Yo, you know what you need to do? Once it hits midnight, you watch Lost Highway, and then once it hits 2 a.m., you watch Mulholland Drive.
All right, I will do that. I'll live stream that shit.
I'll tell you what, this has my favorite opening and closing of a Lynch movie because those opening credits set to that fucking David Bowie song, and then the end credits also set to the same David Bowie song. I was like, yo, this is the best opening and closing to a movie ever.
Yeah, I can't wait to see him.
The threats of sexual violence that Patricia Arquette is under is, I'll be real with you, terrifying.
Yeah, because, Lynch gets that shit.
Listen, there's a lot of rape in Lynch's stuff, but it's not in there for
titillation,
right, or shock value. It's there because a lot of Lynch's stuff, even though it operates on dream logic, it also shows you like the underbelly of America itself, because a lot of Lynch's stuff is set in like either LA or the suburbs, and it's always showing you there's a dark side to the prettiness of the suburbs and the pretty shining lights of LA. There's always a dark underbelly where people are suffering. Every single one of his movies, except for The Straight Story. Straight Story's fire, though. I love that movie. Disney, give the rights to somebody who cares, because clearly y'all don't care. I would love to own that movie. But yeah, I need to buy a lot of Lynch's shit. Also, I hope the Criterion can put out a copy of Wild at Heart. That movie's fucking wild. Fucking Willem Dafoe's disgusting in that movie.
I mean, it's Willem Dafoe, man. Like,
I was like, damn. I remember watching that. I was like, damn, bro. Even fucking Nicolas Cage got to work with Lynch.
Yeah, I got nothing. Like,
it's a fairy tale. Like, that movie's a fairy tale.
Yeah, like I haven't watched anything David Lynch in a million years, so I'm looking forward to going back through and watching and catching up with a lot of his shit, because I never watched Twin Peaks.
Oh, damn, really?
Yeah, so like that's part of that's why it's taking me 2 weeks. It's going to take me 2 weeks to go through. Oh no, shit
Twin Peaks is going to take you a minute, bro. Because like the first episode is 2 hours.
Right, so like the first week is going to be like all the way up until Blue Velvet, and the rest of that is going to be Twin Peaks. Up until I get to Fire Walk with Me, and then I can watch it.
Fair warning, and I say this to everybody: Fire Walk with Me is the only Lynch movie I will never watch again, and that it is rough, and I mean rough.
Okay, fair.
It's weird because Fire Walk with Me is a prequel to Twin Peaks, but it only makes sense if you've seen Twin Peaks.
Right.
And then you have to see Fire Walk with Me in order for season 3 to make sense as well.
See, this is why it might take me 3 weeks to go through all this shit.
Because there's 25 episodes of Twin Peaks, and then you got the movie, and then you have 18 episodes of The Return. And The Return is hard to digest on a first watch. But if you watch it again and in context of everything, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, all right. Maybe it's a 2-month project.
It's going to take you like a month, bro. Like
I didn't realize Twin Peaks had a 25 episode season, and then
No. That's seasons 1 and 2 combined.
Gotcha. Copy. Gotcha.
But I'm just letting you know, Twin Peaks has a lot of mythology every fucking episode on top of the Lynch shit.
Yeah, that's what Wikipedia is for, man. I'm gonna have that fucking laptop up. Answer any questions.
So yeah, that's that.
We're the Film Blurs. I'm Brandon Norwood, and I'm the motherfucking protagonist.
I'm the protagonist.
I'm Jeff Stewart, a.k.a.
He Who Remains.
Don't come at us. It's just fucking movies.
You've been listening to the Film Blurs podcast.
Man, I just love what you guys do, man.
I never miss an episode. It's the best. It's my favorite podcast.
Follow Jeff on IG on MindFireXL and Brandon on Twitter at BJN Tweets.